Alright, I've just upgraded this old ATA control board on this swing gate motor system. Now the motors work not a problem. We checked those out. Both motors were working fantastic. Doing some real life MacGyver today. I've got this completely dead old gate motor, but the transformer's still good. So I'm going to disconnect the motor wires and touch them to the bridge rectifier on the DC output. And just as I suspected, we've got a good working gate motor. And if we swap those wires around, we should go the other direction. And then we can source a new circuit board. Did need a few little upgrades. We've chucked in a new Elsema dual motor control board. So that's the old ATA control board there. Yep, so that's a CB9. Where are we? There's CB9 board. Down there. It's got the old, where are we? It's got the very old receiver card with your manual dip switches. But it still comes with battery backup and stuff as an option, which is pretty cool. Remove for battery. So that's kaput. Now we did have to upgrade the wiring. Just got to tidy that up still, but it works. So I did have to upgrade the motors with some diodes on the limit switches there, because this is only a 3-wire system and the other wires go underground to that motor. So we've done power going through the limit switches and back up to the board, where before it had a separate open and close wire and a common wire, which this board doesn't do. This board here only does standard limit switches with 3 limit switch wires and 2 motor wires. So you need a 5-wire system for that. Otherwise you can do current sensing, which does require a center stopper in the middle. When the motors push against that, that will set the limit. And the same on the open side, you've got to have a stopper for the gate to open against over there as well. So I didn't want to install that either. Okay, so now we've got the gates roughly set in position. We've bolted the arms back on. They're all connected, ready to go. The limit switches are just set very roughly. So now we're going to run through the control board. What we'll do, we'll just switch off the power. That's just a spare wire. We'll turn the power off. There we go, shut down, turn the power back on. We'll get a few beeps. We are going to put battery back up. Come on, keep beeping. Powered by Eclipse operating system. So this operates on one dial, which is fantastic, and it's got separate open, close and stop buttons. So this is running on a 24-volt system. We've just used the existing transformer, nothing wrong with that. Okay, we've loaded up, set for 24-volt motors. It's picked up that this is a 24-volt transformer. Another fantastic feature of the Elsema board, it's really automatic. All right, to enter programming mode, press the master button for 2 seconds. Where are we? To enter programming mode, press master for 2 seconds, which is this button here. So we'll hold that for 2 seconds. Entering programming mode. Turn master to scroll or press to set. So we want to set, actually we want to scroll to I think 13. So we want to do the iLearn mode. Press master to learn. Select gate type. Now we want to select a double gate, or if you've got a single gate, select that one. So we've got 2 gate leafs, double. Are limit switches used? Yes, we do have the limit switches down here. So press yes. How are the limit switches connected? On the MC control card, no, they're not connected to the control card, otherwise we would have 3 wires going down to the limit switches. So they are in series with the motor. The motor wire comes out, where are we? Goes through into the motor, comes out of the motor, into the limit switches, to the bottom limit switch, and out back up to the control board, into the other side. So it's one big continuous loop through the motor, through the switches, back up, and we've got the diodes so it can't reverse polarity. That's the board's job. So they are in series with the motor. So basically, if you've got 5 wires and you're plugged into the control board, select control card. If you've got only 2 wires going to the motor and your system down here, select in series with the motor. Is the gate open halfway? Absolutely not. So we'll press no. Press open or close to set motor halfway. So down here we've got open and close and stop buttons. So now we're going to press the open button and see what happens. Now if you press open and the gate closes, don't worry, just use the close button to open them. You can flip that around later. So we'll press open because I think it's set correctly. And yep, the gates are opening. So we're going to set them approximately halfway. And as you can see, when we open the gate, you can tell which limit switch is going to be the open one if you've set that correctly as well. So that's about halfway. Press the master button. Set motor 2 halfway. Open that. And yep, that one's opening as well. So we'll set that one about halfway. All right, now that one has actually hit the limit switch, so I'm going to have to back that one off. This one actually hit that halfway by itself, so at least we know that's working. We're just gonna have to back that one off, like so. Otherwise we won't get enough travel to actually open the gate. We'll just keep an eye on that. We don't want it to over open either. All right, that's motor 2 halfway is correct. Okay, now it's setting the gate direction. It's going to automatically operate one of the gates for a very short period and ask you, did motor 1 open? And yes, this is motor 1 because it's got the outer latch on it to overlap the other gate. So did motor 1 open? And yes, it did. So we'll click yes. If you can see that, click yes. Now it's going to operate the other gate. So that one just opened. Did motor 2 open? And yes, it did. So we'll click yes. And now we might have to get out of the way because when we click yes, these gates are going to swing open and go through its testing procedure. Okay, now the iLearn is in progress. I can't hang around here too long. Actually, that's hit the limit switch, so I'm gonna have to back that one off a bit as well. So now this one's opening. I have to back that one off a bit as well. Okay, both gates are closing. Just need to keep an eye on those limit switches. That looks like it's going to line up pretty good. Those hinges need a good oiling. Okay, that one's stopped perfectly. That one's pretty good. We'll fine tune those limits later. So we're 31% through. Just make sure they're going to over open. That's good enough for now. It's good enough for now. That one doesn't need much more actually. So yeah, we're just running through the iLearn process. Just make sure your first gate shuts before this one so it can overlap. All right, this could be the last procedure. No, we're up to 62%. I think it does this about 4 times. And this should be the final close. And then we can fine tune the limits, which won't affect the procedure. The gate will just travel that little bit further. But yeah, those hinges are so dry, they need some oiling. What are we now? Okay, learning is successful. The gate is closed, which is pretty much correct. We just need to adjust those limit switches there. Now that gate is pretty much perfect. So let's just adjust this one here. So let's hit the limit switch right there. We just need to back this one off a smidge to make it travel further. So now we can use the open and close and stop buttons here to open the gate. And we'll stop it, and then we'll close it and just see where we're at. Close. Wow, we're closing. Open. Stop. Hang on a minute. I think we're missing. It's just got a wire in there. There we go. That's all right. So we do have to have this in. It's got a wire there. I just remembered. See that link? Where are we? It's got that small link there. That should deactivate the photo beam, which is approximately, there we go, photoelectric beam. That lines up perfectly. So that will disable the PE beam. And then we should be able to exit. And then we won't have the PE beam in. Exit programming, gate stop. Okay, now we should be able to close it. There we go. Beautiful. So you make sure you've got your, this thing here. I'll remember it shortly. Oh, we're pretty close. Just needs a small adjustment. This is your terminal block. All your terminals there, and it's a block and it plugs in. So that's your PE link. Once you unplug that and put your wires to your PE beams in, that will run through the PE beams rather than just loop in. Okay, so a little bit more. Open. Stop and then close. That is absolutely spot on. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, now we'll adjust the open limit. Hit open. And we'll just see what we need to do to fine tune the open limit. This one here didn't need much at all. All right, so we can go a bit more there. Let's drag this limit cam back without moving the other one. Try that. And we'll have a look at the other one as well. That one needs to come back quite a bit. You can see, where's our camera? It's a bit sunny here. I think you can see that. Can we? So drag this one backwards. All right, let's try and sneak back here. We've got to put some remotes in as well. We'll just hit the open button. It should open. Maybe not, because it thinks we're already open. We'll just close it. Hit open. Get out of the way and we'll see what happens. That might hit that battery. Now that needs to go a bit more. And that needs to go a bit more as well. Alright. Let's just focus on one at a time, maybe. Actually, we might as well back that one off as well. Close. And open. Let's go a bit more on that one, I think. Actually, that's pretty good. That's basically in line with that motor. And I think this one, yep, that one is absolutely maxed out as well. So there we go. Limits are perfected. That's how you do the iLearn and the limits set up. on your Elsema MC control board, which is that one there. There's the box. Gate opened. Done. Now we just have to put our external receiver on there. We're going to put a battery backup kit on this one as well. We've got 2 batteries. Where are we? So we've got a couple of 12-volt batteries there. Going to wire them in. Put them in a separate control box next to that one. And then we'll have battery backup function as well. So this one's gone 20 odd years without battery backup. And now by keeping the same motors, upgrading the control board, a couple of batteries in a box, we've got a brand new gate motor system with battery backup. Okay, we've got remotes hooked up now. And we've got the limits set absolutely perfectly. Hopefully they work when I'm making this video. Check out the nice tap they have at the end here. So that gate slows down nicely. Not too bad for an old set of gates. So our first gate opens to the left, allows the other one to move forward a few seconds later. Now if your gate doesn't have a striker, you can make them open at the same time, but this one has the leaf delay option. So yeah, absolutely sensational. Now we can pack up, put the covers back on. We've lubed everything up. And actually we just got to chuck on our battery backup first. But I'm going to tidy up, put that on, and we're done. I'm that roller door bloke. Thanks for watching.